Imagine, the year is 1241. The plains of Eastern Europe. The Mongol horde is on the move. Thousands of hooves pound the earth. A cloud of dust rises above the horizon. The sound is deafening, like thunder. It is terrifying. This is the power of horses in war. For millennia, horses were not just animals, they were weapons of war. They carried warriors into battle. They pulled heavy equipment. They decided the fate of empires. Horses were essential for communication. Fast riders carried messages across vast distances. Scouts on horseback provided vital information about enemy positions. The speed and mobility of horses could mean the difference between victory and defeat. From the plains of Asia to the fields of Europe, the horse's impact on warfare is undeniable. Their story is one of courage, sacrifice, and unwavering loyalty. The Mongols, masters of mounted warfare, conquered vast swathes of Asia. Their horses were small but strong, able to survive on the open steppe. Mongol warriors were expert riders and archers. They could fire arrows with deadly accuracy from horseback. In Europe, the sight of mounted knights struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. Clad in heavy armor, knights charged into battle on powerful war horses. These horses were bred for strength and size. They could carry a heavily armored knight and withstand the shock of close combat. The use of horses in warfare led to new technologies and tactics. The stirrup, invented in Asia, revolutionized mounted combat. It gave riders a more stable platform. This allowed them to fight more effectively with lances and swords. Horses shaped the destinies of empires. They influenced the outcome of battles, and they left an indelible mark on the history of warfare. World War I, a new kind of war, a war of machines, but horses still played a vital role. Millions of horses served in the Great War. They were essential for transportation and logistics. Horses moved supplies, artillery, and troops. They carried the wounded from the battlefield. Horses served as the workhorses of the war. They hauled heavy guns through mud and over difficult terrain. They carried food and ammunition to soldiers on the front lines. Where trucks and motorized vehicles could not go, horses persevered. The cavalry, once the pride of armies, faced a new reality. Machine guns and barbed wire made traditional cavalry charges suicidal. Yet horses still found a role in reconnaissance. The numbers are staggering. Over 8 million horses died in World War I. That's an average of almost 3,000 horses every single day. These animals came from all over the world, from the United States to Australia, from India to Argentina. They served on all sides of the conflict. For every horse killed in action, countless others were wounded or fell victim to disease. The conditions on the front lines were brutal. Mud, disease, and constant shelling took a heavy toll on the animals. The use of horses in World War I highlights their resilience, strength, and adaptability. They were essential to the war effort. Their sacrifice should never be forgotten. Napoleon Bonaparte, one of history's greatest military commanders. He rode a horse named Marengo, a small Arabian stallion, gray in color. Marengo was named after one of Napoleon's most famous victories, the Battle of Marengo in 1800. Marengo carried Napoleon through many campaigns. He was known for his stamina and courage. He was said to have carried Napoleon over 80 miles in a single day. Marengo was wounded 8 times in battle. He survived the retreat from Moscow in 1812. Marengo was captured by the British at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. He lived out his days in England, a reminder of the Napoleonic Wars and the bond between a horse and his rider. The roar of cannons has faded. The clash of swords is a distant memory, but horses are not absent from modern military traditions. They are symbols of a bygone era. They represent courage, loyalty, and sacrifice. Today, horses are still used in ceremonial roles. They participate in parades and military funerals. They carry heads of state and dignitaries on formal occasions. The sight of these majestic animals evokes a sense of history and tradition. Mounted units still exist in some armies. They are used for patrol and crowd control. In rugged terrain, horses can be more effective than vehicles. They can reach areas inaccessible to cars and trucks. The horse has left an enduring legacy on warfare and human history. They helped build empires, shaped battlefields, and carried heroes into the annals of history. While their role in modern warfare has diminished, their symbolic significance remains powerful. Horses embody the spirit of courage, strength, and freedom. They remind us of a time when the bond between man and animal was essential for survival. Their story is woven into the fabric of human history. The thunder of hooves may no longer shake the battlefield, but the spirit of the horse endures.